Okay?
Okay.
Perfect. So who remembers how many fruits of the Spirit there are? Shreya?
9.
Perfect. Who remembers one of them that we went over? Tiano?
I'm suffering.
Good. Benaya?
Love.
Perfect. Shaya? Joy? What's the last one, Mama? From last week?
Peace.
Good job. Perfect. So our next one, if you guys have your fruit, you guys can take a fruit out and you're going to write the next fruit of the Spirit, which is going to be gentleness.
I still have it.
G E N T L E N E S S. Does anybody know what that means?
What?
Tiano?
Being gentle and not being rough.
Being gentle and not being rough. Do you have a question, Benaya?
What was the what was it again?
Gentleness. Yes. So that's the quality or state of being gentle. So just like Tiana said, mildness of manners or disposition. Are you guys familiar with Yahushua healing the man that was born blind with that story?
Yes.
Yeah? Do you know where it's at? No? It's okay. I'm going to read the scripture to you guys. So it's in John chapter 9. I'm going to start at verse 6. And it says, when he had thus spoken, he spat on the ground and made clay of the spittle. And he anointed the eyes of the blind man with the clay. So this is Yahushua. He spit out the dirt, he made clay, and he rubbed it on the eyes of this man who was born blind. Okay? Verse 7 says, and he said unto him, go wash in the pool of Siloam, which is the interpretation sent. He went his way therefore and washed and came seeing. So the reason why I chose this as an example of gentleness is to heal somebody. If you're trying to make somebody better, are you guys going to pinch them?
No.
Are you guys going to scream at them?
No.
Are you guys going to be loving?
Yes.
Are you guys going to show compassion?
Yes.
Exactly. So that's part of being gentle. Gentleness. You just be gentle. You have compassion. You take your time. You have patience. You show sympathy to the person. So he could have easily just poked him in the eyes. Now you could see. But that's not what Yahushua was about. He was about being gentle. Why do you guys think it's so important for us to have that as one of the fruits of the Spirit? Why do you think that's listed in the scripture? Try it. True. Very, very true. Yeah?
We wouldn't want it to be done to us.
Exactly. Treat others how you guys want to be treated, right?
Yes.
You might hurt something that's you might hurt something that is someone's like weakness and you can hurt them really bad.
Yeah, you can hurt them more than they may be hurt already. Exactly. So if you guys are taking notes or you guys have your fruit, go ahead and give an example of how you guys are going to demonstrate gentleness, or maybe how somebody's been gentle onto you guys. Okay? Whoever gets done, if you guys want to share, raise your hand, okay? So we can have an example from you. Go ahead, Tiano.
My mom took care of me when I was sick.
Your mom took care of you. So what did she do for you?
She made me soup. She wrote the letter.
Good. Did she make you get up and do chores? No. Okay. 'Cause that wouldn't be gentle, right?
No.
Exactly. That probably makes you more sick, right? Very good. Shariah, yes ma'am.
Not gonna be rough when we're playing.
Not going to be rough when we're playing? Yeah, exactly. A lot of times you guys have probably heard me tell you guys keep your hands to yourself. Because somebody always ends up crying, somebody gets hurt when you guys aren't keeping your hands to yourself. out. So we can play in order. We can play and be gentle and still have fun. Everything doesn't have to be loud and rough, okay? That's a good one, Sharada. Barrett, are you raising your hand? Go ahead. Okay.
What you say?
Okay, when you're playing. Manaksa?
My father and me.
You guys be gentle with each other?
Yeah.
Play nice? No hitting?
My mom's bigger.
Very nice. Very, very nice. Arya? Do you want to share with us?
He's saying don't yell.
Don't yell. Yes. Yelling's not very nice. Even if it's a parent yelling at a child, that's not very nice, but sometimes when you guys aren't listening, it needs to be done, right? But talking politely to each other, you guys are earning respect. Treating other people how you want to be treated. That's how you guys show love to one another. Okay? Benai, did you want to share? Okay, go ahead.
I would show gentleness by helping my mom when she does not feel good and she needs food and love.
Very good. He's going to help his mom when she doesn't feel good. When she needs love, medicine, and food. So, same thing that Amma wanted to show Tiana when Tiana was sick and not feeling good. Okay? What questions do you guys have about gentleness? Go ahead.
Is there anybody else in the Bible that shows gentleness?
Well, there's a very, very many people in the Bible that show gentleness. We could take, as far as Moses, all the patience that he had with us, being gentle, us giving him a hard time. He could have easily yelled at us, screamed at us, shoved us, threw us back in the sea, but he didn't do that. So that would be a good one. Benaiah?
I think it's this. I remember hearing about that this guy who was hurt really bad, and then this one guy came past, looked at him, and walked away, and then another guy came, looked at him, walked away, and another the priest, and another priest came and helped him up, and he didn't hurt him.
Exactly. So even those people that kept passing by the hurt guy, they were being so gentle with him because they pretty much just left him there, right? But then that other person came in and they showed them that fruit of the Spirit.
Oh, I have an example.
Yes.
Christ again, when he was hanging on the cross, he didn't say, "Most I kill all these people." He said, "Forgive them, because they don't know what to do." So that was being gentle, because he could have easily said, "Angels, come down and just kill everybody on sight." And he was like, "No, just forgive them. They don't know what they're doing." So he was being gentle doing that.
When that happened, do you think that God cried?
Crying about,
Him getting beat?
no. The Most High sent him with a mission. He knew what he was going to go through. Of course, the Most High hurts when we do wrong, when we suffer. So yeah, he's going to hurt. But Most High knew what he was coming down for, so he was expecting.
He knew it. He found it. All right. So what fruit of the Spirit are we on now? What number?
5. No, 6.
6. Exactly.
6.
So the 6th one is goodness. That's GOODNESS. Naomi, what is goodness?
Listening.
Listening. Okay. What else? Behaving. What are some other examples of goodness? Benaiah? Helping. Very good. It's being caring, being warm, showing love, charity, having compassion towards one another. It's a quality of being good, virtual, moral excellence. Who could think of somebody that we've read about in the scriptures or learned about that demonstrated goodness? Tiano?
Christ when he died for us.
Christ when he died for us. Very correct. Who else? Baron, go ahead.
Moses helps people get free.
Very good. Very, very good. Mawarla, go ahead.
Didn't Moses die on the cross? Didn't he come back to alive?
Moses? No. Christ did.
Oh.
Yeah. We're going to read a little bit about Moses so you'll have a better understanding of what he did. But he freed us from Egypt. Go ahead.
I was going to say the priest that was talking about that helped
The hurt man. Troy, did you have something you wanted to say?
I was going to say,
That's okay. Go ahead, Baron. You want to share later?
yes.
Okay, that's fine. So, bear with me while I find my scripture here to go over Moses. No? Nothing? Okay. So Moses freed us from where, Mawarla? From Egypt. Very good, correct. So, do you know what was happening to us when we were in Egypt?
We were getting whipped.
We were getting whipped. What else?
We had to build statues. We had to build gods and worship.
So other gods, how people commit idolatry. Tiano?
I was going to say culture.
Okay.
We were in slavery?
We were in slavery, yes. So Moses, out of the goodness of his heart, out of something that the Most High put in him, he went and he told the Pharaoh, let my people go. Several times, gave him a lot of opportunities. Did Moses have to do that?
No.
Did he have to listen to the Most High?
No.
No. But he did out of goodness. He went over there, he pleaded, begged for us to be set free, and eventually it ended up happening, but he didn't have to do that. He could have not sacrificed. He could have just went on about his life, worried about himself, not caring about what we were going through, all the pain and suffering that we were experiencing, but out of the goodness of his heart, out of his spirit, he did what the Most High ordained him to do, and that was to set us free. So the Most High doesn't forsake us, so Moses, through the Most High, he didn't forsake us when he was in Egypt either. Okay? So that's a really good example of goodness. So, on one of your fruits, if you guys haven't done so, you guys can write goodness. You did? Did you write an example of somebody who's demonstrated that to you, or what you've done to pay that back to somebody else? Yeah, if you want to share it.
I said, how I would show.
Okay, go ahead and share that.
I would show goodness by doing what my mom says and helping her.
Benaiah will show goodness by doing what his mom says and helping her. So by listening, that's being good. Traya?
Is goodness like when we get to the board?
Yes. Because you could just keep that stuff for yourself, right? Exactly. Baron?
Because he helps me every time I fall.
That's very nice. Kind of like the priest helped the guy who was hurt. Very nice. Piano?
I helped Shura when she was not feeling so good.
Very nice. What did you do for her?
I washed her clothes, I helped clean her house, I helped make her feel better.
Very nice. Very, very nice. Naomi, what about you? Do you have something you want to share? You didn't write anything down for goodness? You did? What did you write? For Moses freed us? What about something that you've experienced? done for you? I could share one while Naomi thinks. So a little over a year ago, we all moved out here, me and my family. I didn't know anybody out here. I didn't know anything about Texas. All I know is my husband was coming, and we were all gonna come as a family because we're one. And Moana's family was kind enough to open up their house. They have 5 people in their house, and they let 5 other strangers, me and my family, go to their house and live with them. They shared their space, they shared their food, their heat, their air, their water, their washer, their dryer. They gave to us out of the goodness of their heart. Okay? Again, a lot of people aren't like that. People in the world who would let a complete stranger in their house and not question it, not be mad about it, and feel some type of way about it. She didn't have to do that. Their family didn't have to do that, but they did. And that was a really good example of goodness, of having that fruit of the Spirit. They had to sacrifice space, time, things that we ourselves just want to keep and hold on to. It could have been easier for them to do that, but that's not what they did. They showed us love. And they were joyful about it, even though I'm sure, Noah didn't make it the easiest thing. They were still joyful about it. Go ahead, Anaya.
One time I showed goodness to because it wasn't a person, but it was an animal. It was a little dog, and he was just running around, and he had no place to stay, no water, no food, no shelter. It was really hot, and you could see all his bones.
So what did you do?
I brought him with us. I asked my mom if we can keep him, and she said yes. And I fed him as soon as she said yes. I went outside. I grabbed him and I fed him food and I gave him water and I made him a little bed.
Very good. Very good. Does anybody else want to share before we move forward? Okay. So our next one is faith. So you guys can write that in your notes or on one of your fruits. What is faith?
Oh, is it with believing?
Believing. You were going to say believing too? Sanaya?
Believing in the Most High.
Believing in the Most High. Roshaya, what is faith to you? When you hear that word, what's the first thing that pops into your mind? Trusting someone? Hawarla? Do your parents ever tell you have faith, or do you hear people say, I have faith? Not so much? Okay, Benaya?
Believing that the Most High is with you and He's guiding you.
Believing that the Most High is with you and guiding you. Perfect. So faith is complete trust or confidence in someone or something. So belief, like Tiamo and Shariah said. So aside from Moses, because we've talked a lot about Moses from the first class and a few times in this class already, who is another character that showed faith in the Most High? Naomi, Noah, and how did he do so?
Because he listened,
He listened.
the Most High told him to do. He was going to build the ark because he was going to or because of what he was being.
Okay. Benai?
David, when he had faith in the Most High, that he was going to be able to defeat the giant.
David and Goliath. So I want you guys to write down how you guys have or how you guys are going to show faith. Whether it's at school, at home, Maybe there's something you're hoping for and you guys are gonna pray about it.
Whenever it hits, I'm gonna get into the note and then start. Hey. I want cake. Mom, I hate.
So in the scriptures in Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1, it says, "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." So again, believing like you guys have said. So if we jump down to same chapter, Hebrews 11, but verse 7, it says, "By faith Noah, being warned of the Most High of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark in the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world, and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith." Do you guys have any questions?
Yeah.
Go ahead. What was up? By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for the inheritance, obeyed, and he went out not knowing whither he went. By faith, he sojourned in the land of the promise as in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. Who else can you guys think of have showed faith? Kiana?
Christ?
Christ? He had a lot of faith. Try it.
That one guy who, I think his name, I forget his name, but, God told him to go bring out his son, and I think it was like kill him, and, he didn't ask any questions when he believed in him.
Abraham.
Yeah.
Are you guys all familiar with the story of Abraham?
But then a sheep or a lamb
What about it?
went out the bush, and God said to kill the lamb instead.
Exactly. So Abraham, it took him a long time to have a son, and finally he got Isaac, right? It took him many, many, many years. And so the Most High was going to test his faith. So he told him to take his son, go to the mountain, and sacrifice him. So he didn't ask why. He didn't say, "But this is my son. Why are you doing this to me?" He did what the Most High told him to do. He took his son. He fixed all the sticks, laid him on the altar. He had his sword, his knife. And he was about to bring it down. And he heard a messenger from the Most High say, "Abraham, Abraham, here I am. Do not sacrifice your son. You've proven your faith to me. Instead, sacrifice the lamb." Would you guys take one of your parents and go sacrifice them if you were told to? Your mom? You wouldn't?
I mean, yeah, if I had, it depends on who it's from. God said to.
If God said
God
to,
said
you
to,
would?
yeah. Like, sorry, Mom, but yeah,
Would you guys do it if I told you to do it? If I said, "Benaya, take your mom to the mountain and go sacrifice her."
No.
Why not?
Because you don't know the Most High.
Because the Most High didn't tell me to.
Killing for no reason. We should not murder, right?
It's one of the Ten Commandments.
But if the Most High told you to do it, why is that now okay?
Because faith in him.
You're showing faith, you're listening, you're being obedient, and he controls everything. He can be trying to teach us a lesson. Like he was trying to test Abraham to see if he had faith, if he was really that good, faithful servant that he had been, and he was. Cam, did you have something to say?
He doesn't plead for a reason.
He does everything for a reason. Do you guys always know that reason?
No.
No.
To test you. To show you something, to make you better in something, to give you guys something you don't necessarily have. To show us that he controls everything. Do you guys have any questions so far about anything we've spoken about this class? So let's move on to meekness. That is having or showing a quiet, gentle nature. Benaya? M-E-E-K-N-E-S-S. Meekness is also not wanting to fight or argue. So that goes back to the quiet, gentle nature that we demonstrate if we are meek. So who here demonstrates meekness? Tiano, how so?
Oh, I thought you were talking about like sort of the Bible.
Well, you go ahead, you can share that.
Christ.
Christ did, and how did he do that?
He didn't tell the Most High to curse us when he said forgive us. He said to forgive us.
So he didn't want to argue with the Most High about why are you doing this with me. He didn't want to fight with us. You know, he could have easily took power over all of us who were beating him, spitting at him, torturing him, whipping him, nailing him, but he didn't do that. He knew that's not what his mission was. That's not what he was sent to us for. He knew what his purpose was. So meekness, again, it's having or showing a quiet, gentle nature, not wanting to fight or argue. So that pertains also to us when a brother or sister's telling us something. We don't talk back, we can't do it. Same thing with our parents. And, you know, wives with their husbands as well. Brothers to brothers,
Siblings.
siblings. Benaya?
I have about one time that I was spent tonight when me and Warla were just fun. When me and Warla were like usually every time he comes to our house, we're always fighting, we're always punching and stuff. But that time we just got along and we weren't yelling at each other, arguing, hitting, punching, and we just made our class and we were really happy.
So you guys usually kind of fight and go back and forth, but then there was one time when you guys were meek one to another. Because you guys didn't argue, you guys didn't fight, you guys got along, worked things out, and had a good day, right? Very good. You guys are going to have a little bit of homework, okay? So I want you guys to write this scripture down. It's going to be Numbers chapter 12, verse 3. This is just a simple scripture. It says, "Now the man Moses was very meek above all the men which were upon the face of the earth." So Moses demonstrated meekness very well.
Wait, Numbers chapter what?
12, verse 3. So what your guys' homework's going to be, and I'll say it again at the end of the class, is to read up on Moses. And then next time I teach a class, we'll go over Moses and more things about Moses. Go ahead.
Wasn't Christ an example of all the spirits?
Yes. Parashaya said, wasn't Christ an example of all the fruits of the spirits? And the answer is yes. Benaya?
I kind of already read about him. I read about him. This one, kind of like a comic book one, and then I actually read it in the Bible, and I read it twice. rock so they could put water out because people were complaining. And then the next time, they were still complaining, and then he told them to go speak to the rock. But Moses didn't want to speak to the rock, so he struck the rock again. And because he didn't do what the Most High said, he didn't get to live to go to Canaan.
I remember that.
You remember that story?
I remember it in class.
Did everybody hear what Benaiah shared with us? Yeah? About Moses striking the rock and not speaking to the rock. Go ahead.
Where's Jonah? Like, what example of the spirits is he?
What was Jonah's first response when the Most High sent him to do something?
No.
No.
Scared? Something like
So he was being rebellious. So
Yeah.
what happened to him?
He got eaten by a whale.
So he lived inside a well.
3 days, 3
Fish,
nights.
right? So then what did he do after that when he was inside?
He was thinking about his mistake.
And then what did he do?
Pray.
Pray.
And then he was like, okay, how do I fix this, right? So then when he got out, what did he do?
Have faith.
He did what the Most High told
He
him.
did exactly so what he did is, first of all, he had doubt, so he didn't exercise any fruit of the spirit. He's like, I'm not doing what you say, I don't care who you are, I'm not doing it, this is not happening, he was being rebellious. So the Most High said, okay, you don't want to listen, as much as I love you, I'm gonna have to do this to you because I know you can, you have it in you, so I'm gonna push you harder and I'm gonna punish you. So he sent them there. It was hard. I mean, come on, imagine living inside of a fish. Imagine that. And then you're like, damn, do you think that he knew he was gonna get out of there?
No.
I mean, who gets spit out by a fish? Once the fish eats you, it's over. But since he changed his mind about it and saw what the Most High wanted, the Most High made it to the fish spit him out or however he got out of there. And then when he got out, he was like, all right, I'm doing what the Most High says because I know what's gonna happen. So then he exercised, he started trusting, he had faith, meekness because he was like, I'm gonna do what you say, I learned my lesson. He exercised everything because the Most High put him through it. He had to. They made him. So that shows that when we don't do it, the Most High is going to make you do it one way or another. Now the choice is whether you want to do it in a good way or if you want to have him make you do it.
The easy way or the hard way, as we say. That was a good question, Shariah. Does anybody else have questions?
Yeah.
Okay. So, we're coming to the end of the fruits of the Spirit. The last one is temperance. T-E-M-P-E-R-A-N-C-E. Does anybody know what that means? Shariah? It means anger. It has something to do with being angry or not being angry, or not controlling your anger. Anaya? Controlling your emotions. Good one, Tiana.
Like Moses, like Moses, he shows anger over the Most High, so he just struck the rock instead of something to it.
Right. So he really did demonstrate temperance. He acted on his emotions and he was angry and he disobeyed. Julie, are you gonna share something? Or are you stretching? You're stretching? Okay. Did everybody write down the word temperance?
Yes.
Okay. So that is practice of always controlling your feelings, your thoughts, your actions, so that you don't become angry. So keeping yourself in check. Self-restraint. So again, controlling. Moderation. Is it okay to get angry? No? Why not?
Well, sometimes.
Sometimes? There's a righteous anger, and then there's just a wicked, evil anger. to Job, do you guys remember what we talked about last time with Job? What did he go through?
His children were taken away and killed.
His children were killed,
And all his belongings were taken away.
and all his belongings were taken away. What else happened to Job? What's that? He had boils, sores, and bumps from head to toe all over his body. He had friends coming and saying, "What did you do? Why are you trusting the Most High? Just curse him. Look at what he's doing to you. He's taken everything from you." Did Job do that? Did he listen to that?
No.
No? No?
Never.
Would it have been really easy for him to get anger and curse the Most High and curse everybody and anything because of everything that had happened?
Yes.
Losing his house, his kids, his servants, his sheep, his way of living. But he didn't do that. He was tempered. Well tempered. What about Christ?
He controls anger when he was being beaten.
He controlled his anger when he was getting beat. Benaiah?
You know how Sean was being whipped? He did not get mad at the people who were whipping him and didn't curse them and didn't say, tell them what to do.
Right? He asked him to forgive them, right?
Right, because most at that moment, he could have just looked at them and everybody would have dropped dead. He had that much power, but he didn't do any of that. He even got upset when the apostles wanted to get violent when they wanted to take him away. He's like, we're not gonna do that, we're gonna practice temperance.
Tiana?
Why did the disciples give him up though? Like, why did they?
It was Judas who gave him up. He gave him up for a bribe.
Why though?
He was a thief.
They had been looking for him, for Christ, and Judas had that spirit on him to where he wanted money, he didn't like a few things, so he saw the opportunity. Like I told you one time, do I do right or do I do wrong? He's like, well, I want the money and I don't really care about him, so I'll take the money, and they gave him up. But it was written like that because it needed to be that way. Otherwise, how were they gonna take him and sacrifice him, and how was he gonna die for us? It was already prayed. It was supposed to happen like that. Christ knew from day one that was gonna go down and who was gonna do it and how it was gonna be done. So he can't get mad. If that was the plan, why would you get upset?
Make sense?
Can't, right?
Zach? Benaiah?
I heard about Judah and Joseph. About Judah when he sold Joseph. The Most High did that for a reason because he wanted Joseph to be kind of like an example in Egypt, like a good example in Egypt. That's why he sent Joseph
Joseph.
to Egypt, so he can be an example of Egypt.
Right. Yeah, you're right. He's talking about the story where Joseph, the brothers kind of just left them in the hole and then they sold them over, and he ended up becoming someone with a lot of money. Y'all saw that story of Joseph.
Oh
The
yeah.
Most High did that because he wanted Joseph to be the example for everybody else. He was an Israelite. That's what Benaiah is talking about. But Joseph showed a lot of temperance too.
He did.
Yes, because he went to jail. And instead of just kicking and being upset, he sat there and talked to the people inside. He helped them out. And when he got out, he was like, well, what can I do for you? He was very helpful. He got sent to jail wrongfully because he didn't do nothing wrong. He didn't get upset at all. He was just like, all right, I gotta go to jail. And once I here, he's controlling this, so I can't get upset. So what? Yeah, he had a lot of money. He was running everything, so the brothers had to come to him to get food because the father was old. they didn't have food over there where they lived at, and that's how Joseph found out. They found out that Joseph he was alive, living it up, a lot of money, a lot of food. He had control over the food that they were given. Y'all seen the story, we read over it, we've seen it in movies, we acted out. Yeah, and he had temperance, so he was blessed at the end with money and everything else, because through the whole everything that happened to him, he never complained.
He found joy in it.
He had faith the most I was gonna get him out of everything that he went through.
So on your last fruit, if you guys have fruits, I want you guys to think of a time where you guys did not control what you said. You guys got angry and your emotions got the best of you. That way you guys can look back on it and reflect and remember,
Stay school.
I did this one time and that's not how I should be, because that is not a fruit of the Spirit. And if you guys are just taking notes, write it on your notes as well. Manasa? You have a question? Or you want to share something?
Oh, that's what he wants to share. That's what he wants to share.
You're going to share your spaghetti and your cars and toys? Thank you. We're hungry. We'll appreciate the spaghetti.
And my little bird.
Your little birds?
Yeah. And I got my butt ring.
Okay, very nice. Does anybody want to share a time where they did get angry, where they lost control?
When I got mad because this kid just kept pushing me like this, pushing me like this. Every time he saw me, I got mad at him and I called him stupid.
So was it okay that he kept hitting you on the back of your head? Was it okay that you called him stupid? You could have done something different, right? Yeah. You didn't demonstrate being well-tempered there. You got the wicked, evil temperance that we spoke about. Baron?
Whenever I was in pre-K, people were laughing at me. Then I went over and punched the little boy that was laughing at me, and I pinched all the other boys.
Wow. Did you feel good after that? You felt bad, huh? Because that wasn't very nice. Would you want somebody to punch your mom? What about you? So that's why we have to show love. That's why we have to forgive. So that we can control our temper. So we can be well-tempered.
I mean, those two examples you guys gave, Baron and Maya,
Self-defense?
we talked about when somebody does something negative to you, the scriptures say don't render evil for evil. So if somebody's being bad, you don't have to sit there and take it, but you can do evil because then you're wrong too. So even in school, if they're laughing at you, that's wrong. But if you punch them, then you're getting in trouble too. But if they're laughing and you're like, hey, okay, I'm leaving, teacher, what's going on, then you stay blameless and nothing happens, or calling them stupid. Well, what did you do? Well, I called him stupid after. You're wrong, that's evil, and then you kicked it with evil. But if you do good, then he's the evil person and you're good. That's how we're different from everybody else. We don't do what they do because these people are ignorant. We're not. You guys here, you guys have a lot of wisdom, more than a lot of adults, so we don't behave like them. But when we lose it, that's when we don't practice temperance, which is what we're talking about.
So what about when this one boy, he came up to me and he started lifting up my backpack, and my head was going like that, and I fell on the floor, and finally I got up and I pushed him onto the wall and hit him in his face with my binder like that. That's sick.
We talked about bullying before. You gotta make them stop. Getting physical is not a good idea because he could have hit you back. But you have to show them that you want them to stop. So, like I said, if somebody is touching you, you don't just sit there. If they're touching you, you gotta either push them away or get away from them. You don't just sit there. If they're touching you. But if they're not touching you, you gotta find another way to do it. Don't ever just sit there and stand there. If somebody's touching you, don't be like, well, I'm supposed to be good, I'm not gonna, no. If they're hitting you, it's on. You gotta find a way to not let them, you cannot let people hit you for no reason. That's not how we deal. We're supposed to be righteous, But if anybody from the work comes to me and hits me, I'm not gonna be like, okay, I'm righteous, I'm gonna just let her. Hopefully it will pass. No. I'm gonna be like, okay, hold on. What's your issue? You wanna talk about it, you don't want, or you wanna fight me and she's hitting me, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I know. I gotta defend myself. That's what you do, you defend yourself. So, what you did wasn't completely wrong because he stopped after that, right?
Yeah.
And you didn't punch him in the face, you didn't knock his teeth out, none of that, just like, enough. And he stopped. Because he was touching you, you don't respond or, you know, a different way. You gotta know how to do it. You can't just hit people because they look at you wrong or they laugh at your hair. You understand? But don't let them do it to you. You gotta stand up for yourself. That's a different class.
Yes.
Same thing?
Well, it's kind of different, but same.
You know, guys, in this situation, you gotta remember the fruits of the Spirit all the time. And you also gotta have faith that the Most High is not gonna let you be in a really bad situation. He won't let it happen unless you give in. That's how we adults deal with life. We don't fear that. We gotta just say, the Most High got me. I'm gonna walk through the bad neighborhood, the Most High got me. He's gonna take care of me. I'm gonna just do it. I'm gonna drive through here, I'm gonna go to that job, I'm gonna talk to my boss this way. The Most High got us.
That's having faith.
That's the fruit of the Spirit.
Do you guys have any other questions, comments, things you wanna share? No? So what is the homework?
Numbers 12:3.
And you're gonna read up on who?
No, I mean Moses.
Moses, that. Does everybody have that written down somewhere?
Yes.
Very, very good. So that's gonna conclude our Fruits of the Spirit class for today. Thank you everybody for coming, and we will see you next Sunday for this class again. Shalom.